With Thunder Wolves starting today, I just want to give my takes on how I think both of these teams can win not just game one, but the entire series in general. Number one for the Wolves, they have to set the tone defensively. OKC has been one of the best defensive teams this year, and it's really going to come down to defense. And Minnesota is going to have to be able to match or outplay OKC on that side of the ball. And we've seen it. Their defense on Denver last year was phenomenal, so they're going to have to play like that against OKC if they want a chance to win the series. Secondly, SGA is priority number one. You swarm SGA, you blitz SGA, you make the game uncomfortable for SGA. If I was Chris Finch, I wouldn't be mad if I was beaten by the others. J-Dub, Chet, can they have big series? Can Caruso, Cason Wallace, can those guys off the bench provide enough for OKC if we completely shut out SGA from this series? And if I was Chris Finch, I would make the defensive standpoint the number one thing on defense. Where is SGA? Make sure SGA doesn't get any open looks. Make sure he's not able to foul bait you. And just make sure you have an eye on SGA. Thirdly, dictate the pace of the game. The Wolves cannot let the Thunder run them up and down the floor. The Wolves need to slow down the game to their liking and not let OKC's hypermobile, very fast offense get in the way of that. They need to be able to play to their own pace and be comfortable out there. This is the main thing. They can't let OKC make them uncomfortable. They need to play comfortable. Lastly, limit turnovers and play physical. The turnover thing is pretty obvious. The Thunder are very good at punishing turnovers, and the Minnesota Timberwolves throw a lot of turnovers, especially Julius Randle. He's going to have to clean that up. But in order for the Timberwolves to even, if they want to stay close in this series, turnovers is probably the biggest factor. Now for Thunder, speed up the game. I said that the Minnesota Timberwolves need to play at their own pace. The Thunder want to do the opposite of that. They want to make it uncomfortable for Minnesota. They want to make Minnesota run up and down the floor, and they want to force their defenders to be gassed out. And I know they can because they're a very young team. Secondly, attack Rudy Gobert. SGA needs to get the screen switch on Rudy Gobert, if possible, 90% of the time. They need to run the PNR with SGA and get that switch because it's guaranteed a free bucket every time. With SGA's ability to foul bait, with SGA's ability to get to the rim, to mix his defensive matchups, if they can somehow isolate Rudy Gobert and force him to make that tough switch like the Dallas Mavericks did with Luka Doncic a couple years ago, they're going to be in good shape. Thirdly, I said it before, I'll say it again. The OKC Thunder need to punish these turnovers. If Minnesota's bound to throw these turnovers, and OKC's going to have to capitalize on them, because if they don't, it's going to ruin their offensive flow and their offensive rhythm. The reason they beat Denver by so much is because they capitalized on Jokic's dumb turnovers and Murray and Aaron Gordon's dumb turnovers. And they're going to have to do that again against Minnesota. Lastly, rotations and finding shooters. Minnesota can get very three-point frenzy, and if they start hitting their shots, it's not a good sign.